Sometimes Walford has that eerie calm where you can almost feel the storm brewing, and that's exactly what's happening next week. Old grudges are about to resurface, long-buried secrets are ready to explode, and a couple of characters are standing on the edge of choices that could turn their lives upside down. Before we get stuck in, hit subscribe so you don't miss a single update. I'll be here every week with all the latest drama. And don't skip off early, because later on I'll be talking about Stacey's shock exit plan. It's not a holiday or a break, it's a decision that could rip the Slaters apart. You'll want to hear the whole story. So let's dive straight into it, with 6 huge spoilers for Monday 22nd through Thursday 25th September.
Sharon Watts returns, and Phil's right there. At long last, Sharon Watts is back in Walford. It's been a while since we've seen her around the square, and you can almost hear that collective sigh of relief from fans who've missed her. But, like always with Sharon, the homecoming isn't straightforward. She's greeted warmly by Vicky Fowler and Zach Hudson, which is a sweet touch. You can see how much Vicky's struggling though. All that drama with Joey Marshall has really knocked her confidence. Sharon immediately picks up on it, and that's just who she is. No matter what storms she's in, she still keeps an eye out for her family. Now, the really interesting part, Phil Mitchell. You just know their paths were bound to cross, and sure enough, there's that awkward tension when they bump into each other. But then Sharon goes and asks Phil to look after Albie, and he says yes. That little spark of warmth between them comes out again. Viewers will remember, Sharon and Phil have been through hell and back. Affairs, fights, betrayals, you name it. So seeing them share even the tiniest bit of connection again is huge. Later on, they even share a more open, heartfelt exchange. But just as Sharon starts to enjoy that moment, the Zoe situation comes crashing in. Because Zoe Slater is back too, and Sharon can't ignore it. The bad blood between those two is real, and it doesn't take much to reignite it. Their history isn't just soap history, it's EastEnders legend, and it's going to get tested all over again. This could really shake things up. The question is, will Sharon let herself lean on Phil at a time like this, or will Zoe's presence blow everything apart before it even has a chance?
Speaking of Zoe, she's not exactly slipping quietly back into life in Walford. Stacey, Kat, Alfie, they're all wary of her. Every time they try to pin her down about the past, she dodges the questions, which only makes everyone more suspicious. And then there's the inevitable showdown with Sharon. When Sharon corners her about Vicky and Zach, Zoe doesn't back down. Instead, she drops a confession that leaves Sharon reeling. Now, Sharon being Sharon, she doesn't take it calmly. She lashes out, the row spirals, and it ends with Kat throwing her out. Classic East End chaos. Later, Beale finds Sharon in bits and takes her home. That's where Kathy steps in too, and the three of them have one of those quiet but powerful scenes where you can feel the history between them. Ian tries to convince Sharon not to believe a word Zoe said, but the damage is done. Sharon's rattled, and fans are left wondering what truth Zoe's actually holding on to. Meanwhile, Kat and Alfie are doing their own digging. They start pressing Zoe for answers, and she slowly starts letting her guard down, especially when Kat involves her in a little memorial gesture for Zoe's daughter. That's when you see a crack in the armour. But make no mistake, Zoe and Sharon are still miles apart. Whatever bond Zoe might be rebuilding with Kat doesn't erase what she's just dumped on Sharon, and knowing Sharon, she won't stop until she gets the full picture. It's explosive, it's raw, and it's exactly the kind of drama fans live for. And I can't believe they're pushing Sharon and Zoe into this clash again after all these years. Alright, let's keep going, because the Slater family drama isn't the only shake-up. There's an exit brewing that's going to hit hard.
3. Stacey Slater reveals she's leaving Walford. This one stings.
Stacey's been through so much over the years, and now she's looking at a fresh start. In Brazil, of all places. Turns out Sean has invited her and Lily to come live with him out there. Lily's instantly excited and tries to get her mum to say yes. Of course, life being life, the moment's interrupted by Kat and Zoe having yet another bust-up, but Stacey eventually makes her decision. She goes ahead and books the flights. And just like that, we're staring down the barrel of Stacey Slater leaving Albert Square. The most heartbreaking part? Jean. Stacey has to explain to her mum that she's leaving, and Jean, being Jean, puts on a brave face. But you can see the pain underneath. She doesn't want to lose her daughter and granddaughter, but she's not going to stand in their way either. Meanwhile, Lily ends up having to break the news to Ricky Branning about little Charlie. It's such a big responsibility for her, and it shows how much she's grown up. Stacey might think she's making the right choice, but she's leaving behind a lot of complicated ties. This could really change the Slater dynamic in Walford. Stacey's been the glue in that family for so long. If she goes, what happens to everyone else left behind? Fans are going to be torn between wanting her to find happiness and not wanting to lose her from the square.
4. Peter Beale plays with fire and gets caught. While one character's looking to leave, another is risking everything by being careless. Peter Beale is up to his old tricks, and it's not looking good. He meets a woman called Demi at baby Jimmy's sensory class. She clearly fancies him, and instead of shutting it down, Peter laps it up. He even goes out for a drink with her, despite Ian warning him it's a bad idea. And of course, Penny Branning spots them. Now, you'd think that'd be enough of a scare, but Peter just carries on. He goes home, acts all charming with Lauren, and seduces her like nothing's happened. Then Penny goes and stirs the pot, setting up a meeting between Demi and Lauren. And the two women actually get on. They sit there laughing together, and Peter's left looking like the fool he is. Viewers might remember, Peter's history with women has never been simple, and it's happening all over again. He's got one foot in his relationship with Lauren, another chasing excitement elsewhere, and he can't keep the lies straight. Eventually, Lauren tells him she wants more out of life, which only spurs him on to make some rash decision. He even shocks Ian and Kathy with whatever plan he's cooking up. And knowing Peter, it's going to be reckless. Peter's playing a dangerous game, and the fallout could be massive. If you're still watching and enjoying these spoilers, don't forget to hit subscribe. It really helps the channel and keeps you up to date with all the EastEnders news every week. We've still got 2 more storylines to cover, and they're both bringing fresh faces and big problems. Cindy Beale lays down the law with Jasmine and Oscar. Cindy's in no mood to let things slide next week. After an incident at the Albert leaves Mo Harris out of a job, a young woman named Jasmine shows up looking for work. Cindy doesn't take her seriously at first, but Jasmine's persistence pays off, and Cindy ends up hiring her. Straight away, Jasmine makes an impression. Jean isn't impressed, and Elaine Knight isn't either, but Cindy sees potential. The problem? Oscar Branning. He turns on the charm and tries to woo Jasmine, but Cindy steps in fast. She warns Jasmine to steer clear, making it very clear she doesn't trust Oscar's intentions. By the end of the week, Oscar pushes his luck even further, even nicking an outfit from the market just to impress her. But Cindy doubles down on her warning. And you've got to wonder, why is Cindy so invested in this? Is it just because she doesn't want Jasmine distracted, or does she know something about Oscar that she's not saying? Fans might see this as classic Cindy. She's protective, she's controlling, and she's always thinking 10 steps ahead. But Jasmine's new, she's independent, and she might not be so quick to follow Cindy's rules. This could be the start of something big. Jasmine's not just a random newcomer.
The way she's being introduced makes it feel like she's going to stick around and make her mark. 6. Howie Danes sinks deeper into money trouble. And finally, we've got Howie. Poor Howie just cannot catch a break when it comes to money. This time, Kim accidentally damages some of her expensive camera gear, which only piles more stress onto his plate. He manages to find some work delivering parcels, but it's hardly enough to fix the hole he's in. And remember, he's still hiding that massive secret about blackmailing Oscar and Lauren. That's the kind of thing that has a way of catching up with you eventually. Howie's one of those characters you can't help but root for, even when he makes mistakes. He's trying to keep his head above water, but the square has a way of pushing people to desperate measures. If he's not careful, he could spiral even further. And then where does that leave him and Kim? It's a quiet storyline compared to Sharon, Zoe and Stacey's drama, but it's just as important. Because in EastEnders, even the small money troubles can end up blowing up into something much bigger. So there you have it. 6 big storylines heading to EastEnders next week. Sharon's return sparking tension with Zoe, Stacey planning her exit to Brazil, Peter playing with fire, Cindy trying to control Jasmine's path, and Howie fighting off money problems. It's messy, it's emotional, it's classic EastEnders through and through. What do you think? Should Stacey really go off to Brazil, or is she making a huge mistake? Can Sharon and Zoe ever make peace, or is that bridge completely burned? And how long before Peter's gains with Demi come back to bite him? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and make sure you subscribe so you never miss a spoiler update. Until next time, thanks for watching, and get ready because Walford is about to be shaken all over again.